Good morning. It is just after sunrise and I am here at the Green Mountain Trailhead, and today I am going to be climbing Green Mountain, which is a trail pretty deep in the wilderness that leads up to a summit with one of Washington's historic fire lookouts on it. It's the middle of July, so the meadows are going to be lush and green. I'm probably going to have some bugs to dodge, but the weather is perfect, so the views are going to be phenomenal. This trail is 7.5 miles round trip with 3,000 feet of elevation gain. I'm expecting a little bit of snow, so this trail is going to have a little bit of everything, but it should be a really fun adventure. I have been looking forward to this trail for some time now, so let's get going. Well, I just did the first 1.5 miles of the trail and I finally broke the trees, and hopefully you can see why this is called Green Mountain. These open meadow slopes are amazing, and look, we already have an early morning view of Glacier Peak. It is so close. Oh my gosh, it looks so close. But these slopes are why it's called Green Mountain. And the mountain is famous for these meadows, and they are in bloom right now, so I came at the right time. There are bugs about, but they're definitely worth dealing with for this. Little ways back, I passed the sign, the border of Glacier Peak Wilderness, and I have done a lot of hiking in this state. I've actually never been in the Glacier Peak Wilderness. Another reason I wanted to do this, but gosh, I'm going so slow because these meadows are stunning. I hope it's coming out on camera. But I've just been taking pictures of all the wildflowers because they are in full bloom. So not only are these slopes lush and green, but they're also a rainbow of all the colors of the lupine, the tiger lilies, and the paintbrush, and a bunch of other flowers I don't know the names of. But oh man, this timing was incredible. I do have to get going because I am halfway there, and I think soon-ish I should have the summit in my sights at the very least, so I am excited to get eyes on that lookout. I mean, come on, these wildflowers. It's funny, you know, I said I wanted to get my eyes on the summit. Well, that's it. I can see the lookout on top. I got about 1 mile and I think another 1,000 feet of climbing to go. Woohoo! Summit in my sights. That always feels good. There it is. There's the lookout. Woohoo! So close. I made it to the lookout. Here it is, Green Mountain Lookout, and the views are amazing. I mean, they were amazing the entire climb up, but this is definitely next level panoramic views. The bugs up here are kind of a pain, so I'm staying covered up so I don't get bit, but oh man, they're not going to ruin the views for me, that's for sure. Whew. Well, I'm going to take a break, check out the lookout, try and figure out all these mountains and just enjoy the view, because this is truly stunning. I will go ahead and give the tour, because this is definitely, I think, one of the best summit views I have had. This area is just, oh, this deep in the wilderness, the views are just jaw-dropping all around. So, okay, where to start? Let's start with the star of the show. One of the reasons I wanted to do this climb was for this up-close view of Glacier Peak. This is Washington's most remote volcano. You have to climb to get a look at it, and this is pretty darn close to it. I could touch it. It's right there. Gorgeous 10,000 foot volcano. And then we got the point over here. This is Sloan Peak, and one of these is White Chuck Mountain and Pew, these two big points. And then we're getting more into White Horse and Three Fingers is over that way. And this is the actual lookout. And you cannot go inside the lookout. It is locked. It's used as a fire lookout by the Forest Service when needed. Here's the door. But it has this very cool walkway around it where you can get the rest of the views. And I do not know the names of all of these jagged peaks. I'm just going to be honest. They are incredible. I mean, they all have names. I could be pointing out peaks for hours here. But coming around this side of the lookout, and yeah, the little walkway, the catwalk around it is pretty cool. This is probably my second favorite part of the view. Favorite part of the view is Glacier Peak. Second favorite part is this view north. First of all, just look at this. This is why it's called Green Mountain. Hillside of just lush green meadows. Oh, and then these jagged peaks back here. And then we're getting north into the North Cascades. So a lot of really iconic peaks. But the big one is we got another volcano. Mount Baker, and then I believe we got Mount Shuckson over there. Just all these peaks that you really have to be deep in the wilderness to see. Stunning views of the North Cascades, fire lookout. It really does not get much better than this. It would if there weren't quite so many mosquitoes, but I'm dealing with them okay, so this is totally worth it. Unfortunately, have to head back down because I got 3,000 feet of descent and over 3 miles to get back down to my car. But since the trail is so amazing, I'm going to basically have this view back down 2/3 of the way. So I cannot complain, but I mean, by Green Mountain Lookout, love fire lookouts, are so cool. But yep, gonna descend, staying covered up to avoid the bugs, which has been working so far, and I'm just gonna enjoy the views of Glacier Peak and probably take way too long because the wildflower meadows are just so pretty. So I'm gonna take lots of pictures of them. Well, I am about a mile out from the trailhead, but I am gonna go ahead and wrap up now. Green Mountain absolutely delivered. I knew about these meadows and I really wanted to come and see it when it was properly Green Mountain, because those meadows are just so lush. There's so many different shades of green. It just looks unreal. Like, I had to keep checking. I thought the saturation on my camera was turned up or something, and then I would take off my sunglasses to double check, and no, that's just what it looked like. Absolutely incredible. And then the wildflowers also were just on full display. I thought I was too early for them, but perfect time. And I think I saw probably 50 marmots. I only got a few on camera, but they are all over those upper meadows. And I mean, gosh, the views you get from a summit when you get really remote in the wilderness here, especially, you know, further north, the more jagged and rugged the mountains, and oh my gosh, it was just mountains in all directions. And Glacier Peak, this is probably the most accessible trail you can do that gets you the closest view of Glacier Peak, I think, and it's so worth it. The mountain is amazing. You have to climb to see it, but it is worth it. And of course the lookout is so cool. I love a summit with a fire lookout. A couple of things to note: it's pretty involved to get here. You go into a pretty remote road, and then you go up another windy, bumpy road. And then I didn't see any today, but this is a known trail where bear sightings are pretty common. So important to be bear aware and have bear spray just in case. But I didn't see any. Saw plenty of other wildlife though. I have gone on long enough. There's just, oh my gosh. This is definitely one of my favorite summit views. There's just incredible. I have gone on long enough about Green Mountain, and I have to book this last 3/4 of a mile back down to the car. So thank you so much for watching, and here are my favorite pictures from the trail today. Enjoy.